Good afternoon, I'm Chef Chuck. Thanks for tuning in to Cooking with Chef Chuck. Today we're going to go over some pie techniques and how to make, in particular, an apple pie. Once you have these fundamentals down, you're going to be able to make any kind of pie you want. We're going to start with the crust first. So usually you can do this by hand, but it's a lot easier if you use a food processor. So we're going to put our flour, our unbleached flour, in here. And then we have our unsalted butter. We're going to put the top on here, and we're just going to go ahead and pulse this a couple times. Okay, once it resembles coarse cornmeal, we're going to start adding the water. We're going to add a total of 8 tablespoons of water, 4 tablespoons at a time. To throw the top back on here and just pulse it a couple more times until it starts to come together. Okay, it's looking good so far. We're going to add the last 4 tablespoons of ice water. Okay, we're going to continue pulsing here with the last 4 tablespoons of ice water. And we use ice water because it binds the fat and the dough together. Okay, it looks like it's all together now. We're just going to remove the container. We're going to put the dough on a clean surface. And we're just going to bring it together a little bit here, get all the crumbs. Okay, we're going to fold it over a couple times here. That'll give us extra layers in the crust. Once you have your dough ball formed, we're going to wrap it up and throw it in the refrigerator for at least an hour to let the gluten relax. Okay, we've removed the dough from the fridge. It's been around an hour, so the gluten has had time to relax a bit. It feels good. What we're going to do, throw a little bit of flour down here. And I'm going to roll this out on a cloth instead of just on the table. It will prevent the dough from sticking. We're going to cut this in half here. Set aside half it. That's going to be half for the top. And we're going to work on the bottom portion first. Just going to make it into a nice round ball. Push it down here. Okay. And we're just going to start to roll this out really easy. Starting at the center. And what you can do, you can move this cloth around as you're working. See how it's working real nice? Just as you go. Place a little more flour on as needed. And you can see here how the dough's just going right over the floured cloth. It's just a nice, easy surface to work with here. Okay. Once you think you've reached your desired result, we're going to get the pie plate here. Just set it on top so we have a general idea. We're going to make a cut around, going around 1 inch outside of your pie pan. Okay, just roll that right over your pin. Place your pie pan down. Just put it right in there and center it. Okay, we're going to peel the Granny Smith apples next. And we like to use this type of apple because it's really tart and holds up well in a pie. You can use a paring knife or you can use a standard peeler. After you finish peeling and cutting the apples here, we're going to add the dry ingredients. Okay, in this bowl we have flour, cinnamon, sugar, brown sugar, and salt. Just gonna put them on your apples. Make sure they're all nice and evenly coated. Okay, now we're just gonna push them down a little so none of them are sticking up. And we don't want any pieces of apple to pierce the crust. Now we're gonna work on the crust for the top of the pie. Once again, we have our cloth here, it's floured and a little bit of flour on the dough. We're gonna press that out just a little. So again, we're gonna put that in there so we have an idea of what to cut. We're gonna go around 1.5 inches out this time. We're gonna put it right on the pin and roll it up like we did last time. And we're just gonna put it right over the top. Stretch it out a little. Then we're just gonna go around and fold the crust under. Okay, now we're gonna get the pie ready for the oven. We're gonna get our pastry brush and just get rid of any excess flour. Okay, here's our egg wash. A light coat of egg over the top. And then we're gonna do a little bit of granulated sugar. And then cut some holes in the top. I usually like to do 4. Okay, it's all ready now. We're gonna throw it in the oven. Okay, as you can see, our pie is all done now. It was in a 350-degree oven for around 50 minutes. And if you can see closely, the holes that were cut in the top will let some of the fruit juices come out, and they get a little syrupy when the pie's done. Thanks for watching today, and for further recipes, please visit PittsburghHotPlate.com.